Happy Friday, everyone. I'm back today with a brand new journal that I just finished. This one's a little bit different. I just wanted to give you a quick flip through of this so you can see what it looks like. This one is more of a, well, I guess it's really a junk journal style journal because it's all staggered and it's soft cover, and it's literally just a bunch of fun papers that I turned into a book, and it's just for fun. It's really no theme. It's just kind of floral, colorful, and just a lot of fun. It's going to be fun to play with. It's got a sewn binding, pamphlet stitch binding, and I used this nice thin elastic cord that I found that works really well for binding. I find it much easier than thread or any of the other methods that I've tried, or other items that I've tried to do the binding with. And I was able to leave some dangles here, and I used some of my handmade paper beads to decorate these with. They look made from recycled materials, of course. I try to use recycled materials, whenever possible, just to kind of add to that true junk journal theme or style of my journals. So this one, let me see it. I don't remember the measurements of this one. This one is a little bit larger, about almost 9 inches long by about 5.5 inches. I did a tie closure, and I attached this piece of I guess you call it yarn or fancy fiber. I just tied it to the binding here so that won't come loose from the book, so it's always there when you need it. Just a nice, simple, and I always try to pick colors that go nicely with the colors in the journal. So we've got the pink stretchy cord binding here, and then we've got the kind of purple with some other colors mixed in yarn here. And then this piece here actually is a removable belly band that I made, like kind of collaged. So this is all like just kind of collaged together, and I clipped it to the front. So you can actually take this and use it wherever you'd like in the album. It's just a kind of a nice little accent. I thought it looked cool on the front cover, but it's just a little collaged belly band that I did with just the same kind of papers and things that you'll find throughout. So that's removable, and you can use this anywhere you want in the journal. You can attach it if you want to use it as a tuck spot. And so this is the actual what the cover looks like, and it's mostly like I said, just an assortment of papers. There's some scrapbook paper in here, but we've got coloring sheets here, and I just did a nice colorful trim that matches the color scheme of the book. And I did a pinking edge, or I guess zigzag, I don't know what you call that, but the pinking shears type edge here. And I just did a little bit of ink on there just to make it stand out from the papers behind it. And inside here, and again, soft cover, it's just regular paper. This is a coloring book page. So it's just a nice, soft, flexible journal that you can just kind of play around with, write in. There's lots of room for writing. I've got all kinds of different types of papers in here, some bullet journal type paper with dates on it, or the months and the days, and then some vintage book, music book. I think this was a hymnal. And then vintage recipe paper there. And I like to leave papers for you to do your collage art or whatever you like to do with, or if you just want to write on them, stamp on them, leave them blank. Here I just added a cute little, it's like a little plastic safety pin and a little tag, so you can personalize your journal and just add your name or whatever sentiment you want that to say. I just clipped that right there. And we just got some collaged odds and ends here. And then there are pockets. I used scrapbook paper to make pockets. So you've got just some note paper, and I've just put in some scrap papers and things like that you can just kind of use throughout the journal. This was just a magazine clipping that I've had for a few years now. And I did some clusters throughout. So I made up a bunch of little clusters, and I'm gonna do another video and show you how I do my clusters. They're so simple, and it's just a nice, easy way to use up your scraps. I know it's not a new idea. I've been doing these for a while, and I'm sure you've seen many other people doing it as well. But the clusters are fun. They just add like a nice character to your pages and your journals. And these were from I believe a Crayola, not a coloring book, but one of those books where you do the calligraphy, the the modern calligraphy. So I just thought these were really cool looking papers though. And we've got some graph paper and then different lined papers, lots of journaling space in this one. Some game sheets. And then here's just like a torn coloring book page that you can slide something under there. And I like the tracing paper. I love that kind of like see-through effect. More games. And then some more coloring paper and another cluster here. Just be who you are. Nice big butterfly coloring page there. Another cluster, and then just some different odds and ends, some writing paper. And this was from a vintage magazine. Just one of those limited edition, I guess, collectible pieces. And then some sparkly paper there, torn with a little bit of fabric, and you can just use that how you like in your journal. This coffee stained paper. I didn't do too much coffee stained in here because it's not really a vintage style journal. It's more of just a kind of a mix of things. Sorry that my camera's always wobbly, but it's because I live in an RV and I do my crafts at the dining table. And every time you move, we're on a slide. So every time you move, everything just kind of wobbles. So it's kind of unavoidable unless I can figure out a more permanent spot inside the RV to use the camera. So that's a fun fact. I do all my crafting at the dining table in my RV because my husband and I live full time in our fifth wheel, and we travel here and there. We've been kind of stationary and staying put at our home base in Florida while the gas prices are so high, but we're hoping to get back on the road soon here. Some more pockets and just some more odds and ends here. A nice little card that has the florals and the butterflies to kind of go with the a little bird told me. And this is a little tuck spot here, and some more of those little calligraphy writing pages. I like that. That's a fun accent for this journal. More butterflies. And this was also in that Crayola book, and it just says make today an adventure. I love that. It's just a nice fun junk journal edition right there. Another little tuck spot here, just some fun little flashcards, and another cluster there. And then this is the center of the journal. And again, you've got your little handmade beads here that you can use as a bookmark anywhere in the journal, just to dangle on the outside or on the bottom, however you like to do that. And I tucked in some little vintage pieces here and there, just like this was a little piece of a Sears and Roebuck catalog, an old vintage book that I had found at an antique store. And just another flashcard. And these are great because you can take these and alter them, collage on them, stamp on them, however you want to do that, and make some really cool unique touches for your journals that you can put in there yourself. And then just a tag, blank tag for you to use however you like. And then these were interesting. These were like, I guess for classrooms, writing dry erase. But on the other side, it's like a matte paper. And I found these on clearance. I think it was at Walmart. I found these on clearance and they were all different colors. I didn't realize they were shiny until I opened them, but I still think that's really cool looking. And you can, write temporary notes on there and just wipe them off. So you can use your dry erase markers on that and then maybe decorate the back. I like that. That just made like a fun addition. And like just another little vintage clipping from a magazine there. And some more cool coloring pages. Kind of running with the floral flowers and butterflies theme in this one, but it's not really a theme. It's just however you want to use it. Just the color scheme and stuff. Another cluster there, and then just some more little vintage magazine clippings. This was from an old book cover about Hollywood actors and actresses. So as you can see, lots of empty space in here for you to play with and, you know, but still have your tuck spots, and you still have your little pullouts that you can play with, journal on, decorate. There's some little tickets that you can just kind of use throughout. And then this one, this piece is not attached. It just says "We are so blessed." It's just like a little piece of scrap that I put there that you can play with, and large index card for you to write on. Clusters. I like putting loose pieces in so that you can choose how you want to use them and where you want to use them, and if you want to decorate them or you know, whatever you want to do with them, then put them back in where you want them. And then this was just a junk mail envelope that I tore in half and just used that as a pocket here. Put a little cluster, and this is a little book page, coloring book page, and some scrap paper. And then these are vintage, actual vintage guest checks. I bought these a couple of years ago, I think. I don't remember where I found them though. Maybe Etsy, I'm not sure, but they were vintage guest checks, and I got a ton of them. So you'll find those in my albums. They came in like full pads that were never used. And just a cute little bunny. I just kind of, oh, and there's a hamster on the other side, so you can play with that, do as you wish with it. I just thought it was cute. And again, some loose pieces that you can use to decorate. This is felt. I had some felt scraps, floral felt scraps that I thought looked cute with that. Again, another. Okay. Lots of writing space, lots of writing space. You're gonna love this. So much opportunity for creativity, for your own creativity in this one. And then this was the, not last page, but close to the last. Clusters, writing spaces, tags, extra paper. This is the Ray Dunn list pad. And then this is the other part of that envelope. And I just put a little So Kind there, a little butterfly, and this pulls out, obviously. And then this on this side, this is a piece of felt, and it just has a nice, I don't know, it just adds a little nice texture feeling to the journal. Just something a little sensory there. And then this is just the back side of that recipe page, that book. I got it out of, I don't remember. I've got like a lot of my pages just kind of in a bin that I keep together. So I don't remember the specific book I got out of this, but I found it at an antique store, and it was neat. It had a lot of drawings in with the recipes. And it was just the rest of that book page. And here we are to the back end. So that's your back cover. Sometimes I just like to do a journal that's a little bit different. It's not the traditional cover, hardcover, or traditional type cover. And the matching trim from the front to the back there. And if you open it up to the center and lay it out, you can see the full image and the way the trim is laid out, and the way the pages are staggered. I just like that. I think it's unique. It just gives it a little bit different take on the junk journal, even though it's all, you know, they're all junk journals, but this one just has a mix of everything in it, and the way it's laid out just kind of gives it a unique junk journal feel. And again, I attached this so it's always there. It's not going to come off. And just tie it up when you're finished with it for the day. You can put this on the cover or anywhere inside and just clip it in, or you can glue it in if you want. It's your choice. I didn't want to cover this up because I love the way that looked, and that's why I wanted that to be the cover. But that's up to you. It's your journal if you purchase it, so you get to do what you want with it. These are fun to make too. I can do a separate video on making some belly band clusters, and it's just, I recently saw somebody do these with receipt paper, so I got some of that receipt paper and I tried it out, and that's what I did with this one. I did back it with another piece of kind of like a crinkly, I don't know, paper that came in a paper pack, just to kind of have, so that on the front half you've got this edge here, like torn edge look. And it's just got, as you can see, it's just all scraps. It's just little pieces of scraps. And I did a little bit of oxide ink flower stencils there too. So that's just fun, just something that's gonna come with it that you can put anywhere in the journal. And I'll give you a little bit of a look. You know, here's your top view. Lots of pages in there. I didn't count them yet. I still have to take I took the pictures, I still have to edit, and I will have this listed shortly, probably today by the end of the day, listed in my Macari shop. The link to that is on my channel. I have lots of other albums, journals listed That's the bottom view and the spine view. But if you want to take a look at that, if you're interested in it, or taking a look at any of my other available journals, and I have lots of handmade jewelry as well available. So I've got a little bit of, I've dabbled in a little bit of everything. Sorry, I bumped the camera. From time to time over the years, over the past 25 years that I've been crafting, I've been into art my whole life. That was my major in school, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and all my kids are pretty much grown. I still have my 2 younger ones nearby, but they're pretty much grown. So this is kind of me living out my my dream of being an artist when I grew up, and the fact that, you know, you can create something from nothing. You can take things that would ordinarily be thrown away and turn them into something beautiful that someone else actually could enjoy and like and cherish. That's a fun thing, and it's an honor. Actually, it's humbling to think that somebody would want your creations. So that's, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate all my people who, I have some regular buyers on Mercari who have bought several journals from me over time, and some that have probably a collection of my journals at home that they just love, and I just really appreciate that. I feel very thankful for that. So anyway, again, if you're interested in this one, it should be listed by tonight in my Mercari shop. The link is on my channel below. If you're interested in that, or just to see what else I have available, I've got other videos up with some current listings in my Mercari shop. If you want to see like a full flip through of, you know, some of those, that's on there too. So that's it for this video for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please give me a like and consider subscribing to my channel so I can grow. I'm enjoying doing this. I don't know what took me so long, but I'm gonna get better at it. I just got a new phone with new, hopefully better video quality and everything like that. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to seeing you guys in my next video. I hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for joining me today. Bye.